It's Friday, about 3 p.m., October 10, 2025. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am aboard my 1973 Allied Princess 36 Sequester. I came over to do a little bit of maintenance, and because we're planning to take the boat out tomorrow, what is likely to be our last sail of the season. The forecast after tomorrow is not good for us. Either too much wind or there's rain every day in the forecast until next Sunday. So, you know, may or may not happen, but my wife doesn't want to take the chance. On top of that, I have to get the boat ready to haul out. We're scheduled to haul out next on Tuesday, October 21st at 9:30 in the morning. And before we do that, I have to take all the sails off, remove the triadic stay that goes from the top of the main to the top of the mizzen. That's actually pretty easy. And winterize the water system and the head, and then get ready to winterize the engine. And at some point I have to decide if I'm going to do an oil change this year. We've used the boat very little this year, only about 20 hours, and I think 19.5 hours since 2 weeks before haul out last year. So yeah, we have not run the engine much, and I don't know if I need to do an oil change at this point. Anyway, I'll decide that in the next few days. I can do that no matter what the weather is. So anyway, we're getting close. 11 days left before she comes out of the water for the season. Our shortest season in the water ever, from early July until the end of October. So to only about a little bit over 3 months. So yeah, pretty short season. But that's the way it is. Hopefully next year will be better. I'm hoping not to start the season in the hospital next year, and that we can get the boat out more. We will decide over the winter if we're going to sell it too. Of course, it might take quite a while to sell it. Old sailboats are not exactly fast movers on the market right now. So that's where we are today, and I came aboard just to do some chores. I topped up the diesel. When I filled it back in September, I didn't have room for all the diesel I bought, so I've been lugging around a partial jerry can of diesel since then. But I figured we'd run the engine enough to burn it down, so I had room today. And I did, just. So that brought our fuel consumption to 5 gallons since the beginning of October last year. So not bad. That means that given our engine hours, we have been burning 0.26 gallons per hour on average. Now, admittedly, the vast majority of our motoring has been in and out of the marina and just up the harbor until we get to a spot where we can set sail. And basically at idle with only a couple of little bit longer runs where I took the boat up to 5.5 knots. So basically we've been averaging about 4 knots when we were under power, and so that means we've been running at about 16 nautical miles per gallon. I think that if we buy a power boat next year, our fuel consumption will be a little bit higher. Most people say that if you're going to cruise at a reasonable speed in 35, 36 foot power boat, that you're probably going to go about 1.5 to 2 miles per gallon instead of 16 miles per gallon. So yeah, a factor of 10 higher. Of course, this year I spent about $20 on diesel fuel. So even if it's factor of 10 higher, that would only be $200. So Yeah, that's not really significant. Particularly when you figure that a powerboat, we won't have to step and unstep masts. That ends up costing over $1,000 a year. So, you know, that money can be put toward fuel. And that's what, at current prices, that's about 220 gallons, something like that. So, you know, that would allow us to run 400, 500 miles. So that's not bad. Anyway, that's what I was here for today. I'm going to wrap it up and go out and walk a little and then head home. It is chilly. When I got here, it was 54 degrees and windy. So, yeah, not exactly a day to be sitting out exposed in the cockpit. Okay, thanks for watching.